Mojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 craziest things to happen in PUBG. For more gaming videos, check out our new spin-off channel, Mojo Plays, for in-depth reviews, thoughtful video essays, detailed character origins, and insightful commentary. Mojo Plays, games smarter. For this list, we're looking at some of the most impressive, unbelievable, and bizarre plays from gamers across YouTube and Twitch, from skilled shots to crazy war zones to outstanding victories.
What?
Number 10, Hit and Run, my dude. Solo runs require you to stay ever so vigilant and alert. You never know when you might be encountering another player or become victim to an ambush. As for this guy, nothing shall escape his sight. Making his way through cargo boxes, he quickly notices a speeding Jeep close by. Not only does he manage to take out the driver, but he does so using only one shotgun shell. Considering how much spread a shotgun blast has, this should only have affected the Jeep. That is a good shot, sir.
See, like, for example.
Number 9, Saved by a Puddle, Messy on the Bed. When it comes to games like PUBG, it is crucial to always be aware of your surroundings, like always. So maybe jumping around isn't the best idea when you aren't familiar with the terrain. Unfortunately for this player, he jumps right onto the edge of a cliff, which consequently slides him off the ledge. Just when he thinks he's about to splat right onto the ground though, he manages to land in a small section of water and he comes out uninjured. Watch your step next time, okay pal? Number 8, Holding the Bridge, Decomp. One of the most marvelous things about PUBG are those rare moments when you feel like a badass action movie star. After setting up a roadblock at the end of a bridge, player Decomp and his squad find themselves assaulted by enemy players trying to get them. As cars bolt all over the place and try to beat the broken car physics, Decomp and friends explode 2 cars and successfully drop the survivor count from 38 to 29. The insanity that takes place in this moment is just pure gold. Number 9, Motorcycle Spinning, Force and Lull. Not all gamers can play a mean sniper. Those rifles require a heavy amount of accuracy and precision. You'd have to calculate your distance between you and the target to anticipate where their next position might be. That being said, this player deserves mad respect. After spotting an enemy from a massive distance away, the player takes a shot that, from a glance, looks like really bad aim. But you'd be wrong to assume that. Whether you want to call it a lucky shot or an extremely skilled shot, you can't deny that this is a good shot. Number 6, A Streaker's Streak, The Average Gamers. You up for a challenge? Well, how about this? Try going an entire round of PUBG without any weapons or clothes. You are to have absolutely nothing equipped. It sounds like a suicide mission until you see this. The average gamers spend much of their time laying low up in the mountains, moving only just barely to get inside the ever-shrinking circle. It isn't until 9 minutes in when one of the 2 of them gets shot. In the end though, one teammate survives just long enough to place the squad in second. Not bad.
Senior, no!
Number 5, Beep Beep Grenade in a Jeep, Nikos G. When you and your squad find a Jeep and feel like you can take on the world. Well, up until your Jeep gets hijacked by an enemy player. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to G Gaming and pals when one of them accidentally exited the Jeep. Rather than try to make the car burst into flames, the enemy hijacked the Jeep and took it for a little joyride. Unbeknownst to him though, G unpinned a grenade and then jumped out of the Jeep just before it exploded. It's a confusing moment that you can't help laugh at, and that close-up of the smoking Jeep is pretty freaking hilarious too.
Come resist, you piece of
Number 4, some serious sniper skills. Ripped Hair. Look, we know that aiming can be difficult, especially when your target is moving. As we've seen on this list so far though, this isn't always much of a problem for gamers. This player hid behind a tree and took out a speeding motorist. Shortly after, he nearly avoids getting run over by another player and succeeds in taking them out as they drive away. It's pretty funny to see these guys not even try to pull off a few serpentine maneuvers or anything. And did you notice that those aren't even his first kills? He's got 5 kills. It's... I have trouble getting 1. Number 3, Pacifist Winner, Kurt J. Mack. It's one thing to go an entire game with no weapons or armor. The only way that can be topped though is to win through pacifist means, and someone's definitely already done it. Twitch streamer J-Mac did just that in a match that lasted over just 36 minutes, and he did so without killing a single opponent. In the last minute of the match, it was down to him, his teammate, and one opponent. At this point, the circle had gotten so small that the game had turned into a race of health bars. This has got to be one of the most interesting and intense matches we've seen in PUBG yet.
Saves me for a second. Oh. Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god!
Number 2, hiding in a flipped car, Sir Lance.
Whoa, backflip. Enable. That really hurts.
There's no doubt that PUBG has some of the worst car physics in gaming. They're not really downright broken, but they could definitely use some tweaking. However, these players used their car wreck to their advantage and hid in plain sight. How nobody noticed that there was an entire squad sitting in the car is basically beyond us. Once the remaining teams had eliminated most of each other, the squad pulls off an upsetting ambush to steal the victory. We can only imagine the rage from the opposing teams. But hey, way to take advantage of a total accident.
Yeah, oh my god! F12.
Number 1, Super Stuntman, Jay Belizzi. Is it true that video games can improve your hand-eye coordination? Well, after watching this highlight, we're inclined to think so. Our reckless lone wolf launches off the side of a cliff, dismounts, and then survives the fall. With just a sliver of health, he takes out 2 enemy players almost immediately. Something tells me that his victims were not too happy about this, but you gotta admit, it takes a huge amount of skill and precision to pull off something like that. Hey, when you play like a god, you become a god.
I'm a